Good evening. You are watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman Television. Firstly, headlines. With the Sultanate's participation, the Arab Economic and Social Council reviews in Jordan the commerce and economic integration. The infrastructure project's work continues in Duqm with a completion rate of 16% during the current 5-year plan. And a session of talks is held between the Sultanate and Turkey on boosting bilateral cooperation in the judiciary field. Those were the headlines. Now for the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos has sent a cable of greetings to His Excellency President Janos Adder of Hungary on the occasion of him being re-elected as president for a second presidential term. The Sultanate participated in the Arab Economic and Social Council meeting of the Arab League at the ministerial levels prior to the 28th Arab Summit to be held in the Dead Sea area in Jordan next Wednesday. The Sultanate was represented by His Excellency Dr. Ali bin Ahmed Al Isai, Ambassador of the Sultanate accredited to Egypt, and its permanent envoy to Arab League. The meeting reviewed topics related to Arab intra-trade strategy and the progress in setting up a greater Arab free trade zone. It also discussed the ways to enhance security in commercial field, in addition to supporting food security aspects in the Arab world. The meeting further focused on topics related to the refugees in the Arab countries, women empowerment, and efforts exerted in combating poverty. The development in health, education, scientific research, and technology fields in Arab countries were also discussed. The achievement in the projects of the current 5-year plan at Special Economic Zone Authority in Duqm reached 16%. More than 700 million Omani riyals is the estimated cost of these projects, which went with specific time plan. The projects included completion of remained phases of infrastructure projects for Duqm Port, in addition to marine works in Fishing Port and a number of other service projects. In order to regulate trading businesses in the region, Duqm Special Economic Zone Authority started the work to organize and monitor advertising signboards within the authority's efforts to provide an encouraging investment environment and enable investors to promote their services and products at various sites in Special Economic Zone in Duqm. The Sultanate and Turkey held a session of talks on different legal and judiciary aspects. This session was chaired from the Sultanate side by His Eminence Sheikh Dr. Ishaq bin Ahmed Al Busaidi, President of the Supreme Court, and from the Turkish side by His Excellency Ismail Rushdu Jarid, First President of Turkish Supreme Court. The talks touched upon exchange of judiciary expertise between the two countries and the importance of boosting independence of judiciary and means of developing this field. The talks were preceded by a meeting gathering the two sides on ways of enhancing cooperation in the judiciary field. Connecting agricultural and marine sciences with technology and digital development, in addition to its future vision, topped the discussions of the 9th version of Agricultural Scientific Festival. The festival reviewed mechanism of employing technology in agriculture and marine fields in order to facilitate human intervention to develop and invest in this sector. The Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries Wealth started the implementation of the aerial spraying campaign on date palm trees to combat Dubes bug. This bug causes great damage to the date palm trees as well as the nearby plants and crops, resulting in economic losses. 2 helicopters were provided with the modern aerial spraying equipment and technology, as well as a specialized technical team to start the work process in a number of villages of the Sultanate affected by this phenomena. Still to come in our news bulletin. The second Residing Artist Week was concluded at Sultan Qaboos University. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman Television. The Ministry of Manpower organized a training program for legal researchers with the aim to develop the legal aspects as well as to acquaint the researchers with various issues in the labor market. It came within the National Program for Enhancing Economy Diversification, 10 The 5-day program will focus on enhancing the knowledge, skills, and capabilities of the participants in settling the issues in the labor market. It also came to review the regulations and means to find a productive work environment that will support the economy in the Sultanate. Some labor issues and safety conditions at the workplace were the topics discussed at a seminar on the provisions of labor law. The event was organized by the Ministry of Manpower. The seminar targeted human resources managers and safety and occupational health officers in the private sector. More than 130 specialists took part in the 2-day event. It discussed rights and obligations of employers and workers. The Central Bank of Oman and Central Bank of Iran signed a memorandum of understanding on supporting and developing the banking, financial, and economic activities between the two countries. Articles of the MOU state that the two parties exchange information and experiences regarding the upgrade of banking activity, exchanging visits among banking specialists, mandating of staff, and boosting training, in addition to taking advantage in this aspect from relevant institutions such as the College of Banking and Financial Studies in the Sultanate. More than 218 million Omani riyals is the value of real estate trade during last February. A report issued by the Ministry of Housing pointed out that the Governorate of North Al-Batna recorded the highest real estate trade in selling deals, issued properties, endowments, and inheritance, with the Governorate of Muscat recorded the highest in foreclosure and redemption. The wilayas of Salalah and Saham witnessed the highest rate of ownership by GCC citizens. Various ideas and achievements were highlighted at the Educational Projects Forum in Jez for this year. 4 governorates participated in the event, namely Dakhiliya, South Batna, North Sharqiya, and Muscat. Each governorate presented 3 educational projects that aim to upgrade the educational process in the Sultanate. The event was a great opportunity to exchange expertise and knowledge on educational projects among educationalists from the 4 governorates. It also came to encourage innovation and creativity among teachers and students in various governorates of the Sultanate. Behind the scene is an educational and practical exhibition organized by the Medicine Society at Sultan Qaboos University. The exhibition explained for visitors hidden parts of the human body. It covered issues such as different blood tests, biochemistry, histological diseases, and microbiology. Through this exhibition, the students transferred their theoretical knowledge to practical issues. It also stressed the importance of pre-marriage examination to avoid genetic diseases. The second Residing Artist Week was concluded at Sultan Qaboos University. More details in the following report by Saleh bin Khalfan al-Rahbi.
Sultan Qaboos University, represented by the Art Education Department, organized the second Residing Artist Week. A number of fine artists from inside and outside the Sultanate were invited to give applied workshops for the education art students over a period of 1 week.
Actually, this event is the gathering, artist gathering, and it's one of the international trends used to, develop teaching art. And I believe this kind of event, support our way of with our students in practicing and creating artwork.
Fine arts is an ancient humanitarian aspect, yet the modern era contributed rapidly in renewing its ideas and concepts, which led to the necessity of finding an opportunity for the art students to meet up with professional artists in order to gain a better understanding of fine arts and its applications. The event witnessed a number of workshops on various fields such as ceramics, sculpture, drawing, photography, water painting, graphic design, and canvas painting.
The idea of this week is to put the students with the real artists and make an interaction between them. About myself, I joined the sculpture workshop, so I know how to work with the marble. I know how to work from the beginning, how to choose the mass, how to choose the stone at the beginning, and how I can use the tools.
The concept of residing artist is one of the recent concepts in the world of fine arts teaching, and it is considered an opportunity for the society to benefit from hosting these artists.
In this forum, we are actually doing more than an activity: sculpture, ceramics, and painting, materials, clothing, etc. And actually, in this forum, we are adding up to our experience.
The workshops came as a continuation for the ongoing artistic activities, aiming to build Omani artists with a special experience in this field. For the Sultanate of Oman Television, Salih bin Khalfan al-Rahbi, Sultan Qaboos University, Muscat.
Now for the general weather forecast. Cloudy to partly cloudy skies will prevail over the governorates of Musandam and North Baltana, with chances of rains with various intensity accompanied by gusty wind and hail. Rest of the Sultanate will have clear skies. Winds will be south to southeasterly light to moderate, occasionally active over the coastal areas. Seas will be slight to moderate with a maximum wave height of 1.5 meters. This is the Sultanate of Oman Television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. With the Sultanate's participation, the Arab Economic and Social Council reviews in Jordan the commerce and economic integration. The infrastructure projects work continues in Duqm with a completion rate of 16% during the current 5-year plan. And a session of talks is held between the Sultanate and Turkey on boosting bilateral cooperation in the judiciary field. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and the studios, it's good night.